When I came to Mount Gilead, I was married. I was in the midst of a domestic situation. Aaron, my son, was 19 months old at the time. I came in June of 2005, and I immediately joined the church at that time. Didn't look back, and my life has never been the same. In 2018, when the church took a trip to Israel, that's actually when God gave me several visions. And one of them was to purchase a home. And it was not in my vision at the time, but I knew God had a plan. In 2019, I actually wrote the vision down. I wrote it out verbatim what God had given me the year before. In the midst of everything that was going on, I started looking, and fear set in immediately when I started looking at the prices of homes now versus when I purchased my home in 2005. And I got culture shock. It's like these houses are all over $500,000. I had family members telling me I was crazy because I was looking for something larger than where I was coming from. And so I had to kind of shut family and friends out and go on this journey with the Lord. I reached out to Overseer Denadra to start the process of purchasing a home. And in that, we started looking at different homes and in different communities, and we ended up in the community where I live now. There were only 3 lots available at the time, and one of the lots had been taken off of the market. The other 2 lots, I was told while we were there on the spot, that someone had backed out of the contract while we were sitting there, and I would be able to have the first preference of whether I wanted to go forward. But the lot was spec'd out for a home which was smaller than what I wanted, and they told me I could not build a basement home. And so I just kind of walked away, maybe less than 30 minutes. The salesperson called us back and told us that something supernatural, and those were her exact words, something supernatural happened. Someone backed out of the contract, like I said, while we were there, and I could build the type of home that I wanted on that lot. I did not want to proceed without contacting Bishop. It was important to me that I got my man of God and co-pastor involved in the beginning. And so he called me the next morning. He let me know he was on the property. He didn't see any issues. And once he gave me the approval, that's when I signed the contract, and that's when the process began. Walking around the foundation, I put 100 scriptures all around the foundation. So my house was built on the Word of God. As we were going through the process, our man of God, Bishop, was going to the house. I had no clue that he was going to the house. He was checking things out during the process, and that was important to me as a single woman, not understanding all of the intricate details and the things you need to pay attention to. And so one particular day, I was doing a training, and Bishop called, and I panicked because I thought I had scheduled an appointment, and I didn't. That was just our spiritual father just having a heart, and he says, I'm at your house. He wanted to know about my vision, what I wanted to do in certain areas in the house, what I wanted to do outside. My spiritual father cares enough to dig in here with me and make sure that I understand what I needed to do during the process. So that was very important to me. And as a result of me believing and connecting my faith, and Bishop was in there with me, co-pastor was in there with me, our house was completed 150 days ahead of schedule. And so even in the midst of COVID, everyone else had delays. The materials were overseas and things were, they told us we were going to have delays, but supernaturally, everything came in ahead of schedule, and they were able to complete our home, and we closed on March 15th, 2022. The new home is a 5-bedroom, 4 full bathrooms. It's 3 levels with a full walkout basement, and it has a media room as well. There would have been a 6th bedroom, but what I did is I turned that room into my prayer room. That's my sanctuary in the house. The icing on the cake for me is I am in the process of receiving a gift for a debt-free home. My home is going to be paid off within the next few weeks. It could be about a month or so, but stay tuned because I do want to share that supernatural testimony. My house will be paid in full less than a year.